Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're here. If you're an absolute beginner looking at the massive, sometimes intimidating world of coding and wondering where to even start, I want you to take a deep breath. You are in exactly the right place. Think of me as your patient mentor for this explainer. We're going to walk through a clear step-by-step guide covering the core technologies of web development. There's no rush, no weird jargon we won't explain, just a straightforward path to getting you coding. I want to reassure you right from the jump, we're going to take this one step at a time. Our roadmap today covers Welcome to Web Development, Structuring and Styling Pages, JavaScript Core Concepts, Bringing Pages to Life, Your First Mini Project, The Path Forward. All right, Section 1, Welcome to Web Development. So let's dive into our first big milestone, HTML. What exactly is it? Well, think of it as the skeleton of your page. If you're building a house, before you even think about paint colors or where the couch goes, you absolutely need a solid frame. You need walls, a roof, and floors. HTML is that frame. It uses simple common tags to give structure to everything you see on the screen and gets your file running in the browser for the very first time. Moving right along to Section 2, Structuring and Styling Pages. Okay, so once that skeleton is built, we get to make it look awesome with CSS. If HTML builds the house and puts up the drywall, CSS is what paints those walls, lays down the plush carpet, and arranges the furniture so it's incredibly inviting. Basically, HTML handles the bare structure and CSS handles the style, the beautiful colors, and the layout of the entire page. Now I want to pause and normalize the learning curve for a second. If you start learning CSS and find yourself frustrated by things like the box model, flexbox layouts, or just random styling quirks, please know you are not alone. These are incredibly common hurdles for beginners to struggle with. It takes a little practice to get the furniture arranged exactly how you want it, so just be patient with yourself here. Next up, Section 3, JavaScript Core Concepts. Now we tackle JavaScript. If HTML is the walls and CSS is the paint, JavaScript is the electricity and the plumbing. It's what makes the web page actually do things. And I want to encourage you to do something incredibly fun right now. If you're on a computer, hit F12 to open your browser console. Type in exactly this, console.log open parenthesis, quote hello from JavaScript, quote close parenthesis, semicolon. When you see that message pop back up at you, take a moment to celebrate. You literally just ran your very first JavaScript code. You are officially telling the browser what to do. Let's demystify some of the core parts of JavaScript, starting with variables, and let's skip the intimidating jargon, okay? A variable is just a simple container for storing data. We use the word let to create a container for values that might change later on, and we use const for values that are constant, meaning they'll never change. For example, let name equals Abe, let age equals 25. I want you to imagine creating your own personalized variables right now in your head. What would your let name be? What's your let age? And notice how we use const for pi because 3.14159 is a mathematical constant that will never ever change. It's really just a way of safely storing information we want to use later. All right, so the crucial point is that we need a way to actually use that data efficiently. That's where functions come in. Think of functions as incredibly handy, reusable tools. Instead of typing the same complex logic over and over again, you define it just once inside a function. Then you can call upon that tool as many times as you need. It saves a ton of time and keeps your code perfectly clean. Here is what the syntax for a basic function actually looks like. Function greet, open parenthesis, name close parenthesis, open brace return quote, hello quote plus name semicolon close brace. Now as you continue your coding journey, you're often going to see a shorter version of this called an arrow function. They are absolutely everywhere in modern code, but under the hood they do the exact same reusable job. Okay, Section 4, Bringing Pages to Life. Here is where the real fun begins, getting JavaScript and HTML to finally talk to each other. To do this, we use something called DOM manipulation, DOM stands for Document Object Model, but honestly, you can simply think of it as a bridge. The DOM is the bridge that lets your JavaScript code reach out, grab an HTML element on your web page, and physically alter its text, color, or layout dynamically while the user is looking at it. This is a massive milestone. When you write a piece of code that says, "When I click this button, change the title color to crimson," and then you click it and it actually happens, it feels like absolute magic the first time you achieve it. You are no longer just building static.